second portion of the marketing tools, which is email and the marketing tool that it is, and also newsletters. And Mary's going to go through that because this is a very important part of the marketing puzzle. But there are a couple things you need to do on the front end in order to make sure it all works correctly. So we're going to go over that to make sure you get set up correctly out the gate, so you can start using and doing email campaigns and email newsletters. Mary, off to you.
Okay. So remember, we always bring you back to the home page, so everybody gets familiar with this. So this is your home page. What we're going to do is we're going to take you all the way down to the bottom where your initials are. Now, if you've been in the system before and you may have changed it to your image, that's okay. You're going to click in the same spot. So it will either be your picture or it will be your initials. We're going to come over here to the account information and we're going to go to connections. In order to have the email campaign work, you must connect your email. So in this case, we're going to connect the team page at gmail.com, and we're going to simply hit connect. It's now going to pop you up a new window. Because you're in your own computer, your computer algorithms and everything knows that it is you. Okay. It is now what Nowsite Marketing can access your personal information on Google. They can send on your behalf. You need to click on and check that box, and you need to hit continue down here. Okay. So because you're on your computer, number one, you've probably already stored your password. If you haven't stored your password, you'll need to enter your password in. If you have a two-factor authentication on there, you may get an email with a code or you may get a text with a code. So nobody else can set up your email account for you without you participating in this event. Once you are synced, you now can go back into the marketing megaphone and go into the email capability. You can also come down here and simultaneously, just like we did the email, you can connect to your Facebook page. Okay. So I'm going to take you back over to the marketing section. And now that we have an email address synced to send out, you now can either transfer emails in, and we'll show you that in the team section, write an email, and send an email. Now, with this system, Nowsite has provided us a path that we can send out 500 emails a day from our account. It's going out of my Gmail account. It's going out of whatever account that you assigned when you synced your email. So if you ever wonder, hey, is my emails going out? Just go to that email provider and go to your sent folder and you can see the emails going out. Now, it's ideal to send out a max of 500. We don't exactly know what the parameters are, but we know you're not going to hit over 700 emails outbound in a day. Okay, so use that range of up to 500 emails going out in a day. Now, if there is something that you need to have sent out, you can do it over a day period. So if you need to send out 500 a day for the next 3 days, okay, that's how it's going to pick up. I consider the email campaigns this way. If you're going to use your primary business email as your marketing email, and a client calls you and says, hey, I need that proposal right now, you're using that same email account to send out, that customer is going to go out 3 days from now using that analogy. It's not going to get top priority to go out. Okay. So I use a marketing only email to send out. when you come in here and you're going to create a new email, you can write your campaign name, email 1. You're going to pick from your contact list. Remember, your contact list is the website. So this is anybody who comes into my digital business card on this one, because it's the only list I have built so far. Now, I can have it sent from that account that I just set up, and I can come over here and change the email that they reply to. Okay, so it can be sent from the AI We Care Nowsite at Gmail, but when they reply to the email, it's set to send to my primary email account. So you can see how you can work with both at the same time while keeping your email account where you need to be able to send something right now to somebody available on that. I call it the email highway. Okay. So you're going to be able to select any other lists if you want them to. You're going to also be able to add the new email, because so far we hadn't put an email together. What is your email name? Since this is off my digital business card, I'm going to call it my thank you email. What is my subject line going to be? Great to meet you. Get my fingers to write. Today. Okay. Send when? Immediately, minutes, hours, days, or months later. Okay. So you can see how you can build an email campaign that can last hours, weeks, days, months, okay, into the future. So whatever day that that person joins your email list, they get email number 1. Now, if somebody joined your email list yesterday on your digital business card, they may already be on email number 2. Okay, so there's a different season and time for that person. So that person that you met yesterday isn't going to get email number 1 twice. They're going to get your second built email. You can also come down here and change the footer section. And I'm just going straight down the list so that I'm not hopping and skipping. If you want it powered by, okay, you can change that down here. If you want your Facebook account down here, Twitter, LinkedIn, the privacy policy, okay, that's an external message. Nowsite's already printed one for you. I just typically end up using it. Okay, now we're getting into, again, the black area down here where we're going to drag and drop. We're going to drag and drop by just clicking on the mouse and dragging it over. Now, if you have a touch screen at this point, you're going to want to go get an external mouse. Trust me, you'll drive yourself crazy if you're trying to do this on a touch screen or a touchpad. So the heading, I'm going to continue my message with thank you. I can come down here and type on the subheading, which is still in this same box. Okay. You can also come over here to style. So if you don't like the way it's set up, you can put it in the center. You can put it on the right. You can put it on the left. If you don't like the padding top and bottom, you can change that. If you want the section background to be in a color, I don't recommend that on an email, but if you want to change the color, you can. If you want to change the heading to a different font that you're more familiar with or that you would like to use, you may do so. You can also expand the font depending on what you want to do. So customization is all up to what you want to do. Your font weight, bold, light, or regular. Do you want it italics? I like it that way because it gives a little more of what I write in script anyway. If you don't like the color, you have the entire color wheel here to change whatever color suits you for your message that you want to send out. You also have, whoops, I moved that just a little too far out. You can also click down here in the subheading, and you can do the same things down here in the subheading that you could do in the heading, okay? Because we're done with that blue box at the moment, I'm going to say okay. But I'm also going to be able to bring in a large text box. Now you see how sometimes that blue line goes up when I have actually moved the mouse down. You just need to move it to where it goes to where you want to go and let go. Most of you will recognize this page as being a Word document page. Exactly what it is. If you already have a perfectly designed already on Word, all you have to do is copy it and post it over here, okay? The one thing I will say to you is that you want your font to be somewhere between 22 and 26 over here when you start typing it. I'm going to say type your message or copy and paste message here. You also have the function to come over here and display a text, but also change the URL, link or to anchor your text, or you can add an email in here as well. There's lots of different things that you can do from this function. Okay, I'm going to hit save and okay on that and see how your message now has a little bit bolder type to it. So you can do that as well. You can also come over here and add a button. Again, you just move the mouse around until you get it to the perfect place. You can use Click Me on it. If you have a website, if you have a video on Vimeo or YouTube, you can just, I'll do vimeo.com/8899900. Have no idea what that video number is. I didn't look it up. I just put random numbers in it. It will add the video so that they can click and go straight to that video. Okay. If you want to add a video that displays on the screen, again, https://vimeo.com/88998823. Okay. There's the video that plays on the screen. So get your Vimeo link, get your YouTube link, and it will actually be able to play in your email that you're sending out. So they don't have to click in externally, they can click on that at that time. Okay. You can also add a large image anywhere on the page, so everything is customizable. Again, you can put your QR code on it if you want, but that QR code takes them back to the same thank you page. So understand that. You can search another image. I'm going to stick with the lighthouse. It does put a green box around it. I'm going to click on edit image. So again, I can shrink that if I don't want everything else around it. Okay, so you can customize that. You can also write on the top of the picture multiple times and save it. I'm going to hit add. It's going to populate right here in the middle. Okay, so each one of those functions, add the video, add a button, large image, headline, all of those can make your email pop. It can make your email really deliver the message you want it to deliver in one place. And all you have to do once you finish doing this is hit the save and exit button up here in the top right-hand corner. Now you want to add another email, you just simply click the button, and now you're not going to have it immediately. You may have it minutes or hours later, and then you get to pick how many hours later that you want that message to go out. Okay. Hit the save button. And even though there's, okay, I need to type something in there. Email to subject line follow up. Okay. And now I can save and exit. Now there's another thing that you can do over here. And these are the 3 dots over here. You can pause or run an email campaign. You can duplicate it. So let's say you want the same template on each one of your website, each one of your emails. You want the same heading, you want the same picture, you want the video to be different. That's okay. You're going to go in and edit the video. If you want to send it individually and you only want that email to go to one person, you can do it here. If you want to rename your email campaign, you can do it here. If you need to move it to another email, you can, not address in the platform. And if you need to delete it, you have that button right there. But the pause and run is going to state right over here that you've paused that email. So that email is not going to go out. So if you're working on your email campaign and you haven't got it actually perfected or to the point where you want it to start running, I'd come in here and pause your emails from going out to your new people logging onto your digital business card page. Steve, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, just about the content for a minute. I recommend that you write out a series of emails before you do this, for putting into the content, whether it's in the text box or headlines, or think about what you're doing, because literally what an email is storytelling. So think about when you would first reach out to a prospect. What would you like them to know? What is the story you want to tell? And then a couple days later, what would you like to add to that story? Think of it as chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. I don't really recommend doing any more than 4 to 5 emails, and you don't want to be over anxious. So the spacing period, and this is a personal preference, is I like at least a minimum of 2 days between email messages to do that. And understand, because you're going to be able to see the analytics over here, where you're going to see how many people opened them, how many were sent, how many bounced, how many unsubscribes, and how many click-throughs to the websites went through. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to, watch that, because remember, most sales take place historically on the 7th or 8th touch. Emails are no different. You may pique their curiosity in the first one, but 2 days later, well, this is kind of interesting. Let me see what this video is about. Not quite there yet. Third email. Maybe this is something I should look at. Maybe I should find out more information. Let me fill out this customer form when I go to their website. Let them get in touch with me. It's a process. Remember that email campaigns are a process. Most people think that it's a silver bullet. Send that email campaign. Why come they haven't contacted me yet?
How many did you answer today?
Exactly. And how many did you get? It's got, think about, again, what's your unique selling proposition in your email? Why should they do business with you versus somebody else? Always keep that top of mind and do that. And you'll find that you'll have a successful email campaign and different programs. Okay. That's all I have to say, Mary.
Okay. Well, that covers the email marketing campaign video. So stay tuned. We've got some more for you.